Well, ladies and gentlemen, you actually joined me on a different sort of day and a more sunnier one than last week here on Wednesday, the 28th of January 2026. And you can see the time on the screen here on the timestamp. But yeah, it is at the bottom here rather than the, of course, camcorder that I use on the 5K camera. But yeah, I've arrived on the 319 bus today. I couldn't actually do any shots from outside the window of the bus because the windows were a bit steamy and a little bit dirty, but it was a nice little ride and it didn't take that long actually. I was quite surprised about that. It felt like it was a short journey, but yeah, got there eventually, and this is the stop that I got off here. You can get off here to go into Saffron, Walden town. Behind me, as usual, is exactly what I showed last time. It is what is left of the ruins of the castle, and next to it, I think in this direction, sorry about the skipping there of the camera there, looks like it was a signal problem, isn't it? I don't know how a camera can be a signal problem, but of course, anyway, this is the museum of the castle. So it's the museum and castle, which is in this direction here, if you go down on this road. This is what is known as the Common, and it looks beautiful today. I just thought I'd show you the beautiful sun here. Although my hand feels a little bit like putting your hand in a fridge, that's the temperature it is here in January. That's the feeling it is. Probably going to go up to 9 degrees Celsius here in the UK. This is where the bus came from, this end here, right way through. And of course, yeah, it didn't go up to Tesco's, which is a lot easier than the actual 320 if you are to compare both of them, both of the routes, that is. But yeah, I prefer the 320 anyway, but of course it felt very quick today. I'm quite surprised about that. I'm about to go to the coffee shop soon, but we'll have a look in town as well, see what else we can find. You're probably wondering why the other guys from Haverhill haven't been on my bus here. Simple reason is because I probably got the bus earlier, so they are on probably the 1:30 bus from Haverhill to Saffron Walden, which is pretty much in around about just over half an hour from my time here. Just to remind everyone, of course, this is the way into the market square of Saffron Walden in that direction. But I can tell you there are 2 bus stops, one on each side here, for any bus that comes in this direction. And there's what you call a car park. I don't know if it's called an ample car park. I don't know what that means anyway. But there is a play and display board just down there at the beginning in that direction. And it is not free. There is a laundrette here in Saffron Walden, open from 6:30 till 9:30. That is 21:30 in 24-hour mode. And the last wash must be starting by 8:30 p.m. and you've got the general rules there, if you can spot that. Sorry, my shadow's in the way there. Well, it's 1:25 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm about half an hour earlier than the Fellowship Men's Group, so I thought I'd do a little bit of a video around here. And yeah, I hope that you have so far enjoyed the video here. And of course, behind me, you can see the Costa Coffee. And of course, if I swivel around here, that's where my father used to sort of work as part of a shopkeeper many years ago. It's all sort of changed over the years. And of course, if I flick over, this is the Tourist Information Centre, and this is the main town hall of Saffron Walden. Next to it is Greg's, and of course there's another coffee shop just down there. I might check that out in just a minute. In actual fact, support that shop, which is a new one. The main library is just there. That's the place. Well, hello now, and of course welcome back to of course the video here. I'm here to review a cappuccino at this very place, and it's quite a difficult place to actually announce the name or pronounce the name. So yeah, here is the sign, and here it is right now. So I'm here to review, of course, this coffee, which, of course, I'm going to give a mark out of 10. Well, I've tasted similar coffees before, but this has got to be spectacular. Let's have a taste. Well, before I tuck into this cappuccino, because that's what it is here, I'm actually looking at a spectacular cup, 10 out of 10 for the cup. Let's hope the cappuccino is just as good. You get a spoon with it, which is quite nice. Very posh for that. And of course you get your saucer to go with it in case you spill your drink on the saucer, which is quite nice. So yeah, let's see if I can compare it to Costa Coffee, which is on the opposite side of the restaurant, or this coffee place if you like. Look at that, it's just amazing. That is quality. I'll give a mark out of 10 in just a moment, or maybe, of course, I'll give the alphabet and give it an A star or something like that. Each time I taste that, it's like a chocolatey kind of feel. I like the chocolate on the top on my cappuccinos. Well, you can see I've drunk most of it already because I've been that thirsty. Look at that chocolate. That is top quality and very nicely brewed. It's just brilliant to look at. You can sort of dive into that. Mouth water. Is it mouth-watering? Yeah, I think that's the right choice of word. And a huge thanks to Wendy and the coffee shop. It's hard to pronounce very, very quickly. I think it's Excuse or something like that. That's not my phone, by the way. Yeah, maybe it's a phone call for another review somewhere else as well as this. Well, when I say reviews, more showing the places more than reviews, but yeah, more advertising for that kind of thing. If anybody wants to sponsor the channel in any way, feel free to do so. So yeah, if anybody wants to support or be a patron of the channel, feel free to do so. I really much appreciate it. And thanks to Wendy who allowed me to do this review here today. Well, of course, I am at Esquire's, which is what the name of the coffee shop is called. It's very hard to pronounce sometimes, but I sort of remember what it is called. I believe it's a chain. I don't know too much about this chain, but it is a unique kind of chain in my sort of experience of actually visiting any stores. But, you know, to have the privilege to be able to enjoy a coffee here, thanks to Wendy, who allowed me to do this review today. So, what mark am I going to give it? Well, of course, I'll have to think about that one. Shall I do an A to Z? Yeah, A to Z. So, what mark out of A and Z am I going to give it? I'm going to give it an A+. So that roughly translates 10+ for this coffee. Absolutely fantastic here. I definitely will come again. It's a lovely atmosphere. You can actually charge your phones here, which is good. It's a lovely seating atmosphere, lovely background music. It does have a toilet at the back here, just around the corner from me. And it's quite a big open space. And yeah, it's open a reasonable amount of time, which is good. And I'll probably show you the times of the opening times when I leave this building. But I am to go to another men's fellowship group after this, so it's ideal to have a coffee, even though I'm going to have a coffee at about 2 o'clock, between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. So fantastic place, definitely recommend it. And yeah, please do come over here, Esquire's it's called. And thanks to everyone at Esquire's for making this visit a comfortable visit. And I met Wendy at Admiral's whilst I was having a leg issue, but my leg is much better than it was. And of course, yes, I actually met her in A&E, so yeah, I was quite privileged to actually met her at that time. And lucky enough, just by coincidence, spotted her here in Saffron Walden on my Wednesdays and other days as well, but mainly Wednesdays because I go to the men's fellowship group, which is welcome to everybody, by the way. It's not just men's, although of course it's more required for men's. But yeah, there we go. That's it. Thank you very much indeed. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you know when we upload a video or a live video. And until next time, cheerio.